Well, hello again. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday. Welcome to November. Can you believe it? It's happening so quickly. And I think it's because, I look at my calendar and all of these things are in it. And I know the more full my calendar is, the busier I'm going to be and the faster time's going to go by. Do you ever notice that when you have a lot of things going on, that time just flies, right? So we're in November. I hope you guys went out and trick-or-treated with your young ones. It was fun. We had a good time, but it was just kind of weird to just have my girl doing it by herself. I mean, we were all with her, of course, but she was the one doing the knocking, doing the trick-or-treating, and it just, I don't know. You guys, my kids are getting older. I'm getting older. And, but I have no desire right now for any grandbabies. So don't read any more into that than what it is. It's just really, there we go. It's just really looking at, time and how everybody changes. I'm going to be right back again. Oh, well, he's just going to stay put in there. He still has this thing with my daughter. Anyway, I have today's November's promotions to share with you guys. So let me get myself there. I don't know why that wasn't happening before. Let me share my screen to get to our promotions. And then, all right. So we do have a lot going on. Let's hide that. So we do have a lot going on this month, and I love this time of the year because it seems like we get really blessed with a lot of good stuff from doTERRA. I'm going to hold my boy up here for a little bit, see if it doesn't calm him down. So the first thing that's up is our product of the month. So I'm a huge fan of, let me hide this down here. I'm a huge fan of Clove. It's been one of our oils that we always have on hand. And it's also one of those oils that if somebody, in my circle of friends and family is in need, it's one of those that just walks out and never gets returned. And that's okay, because it is so powerful in antioxidants. We primarily use it in baking. I absolutely love the way that it flavors my cookies and cakes. We have this one apple spice recipe that I've been using since I became vegetarian, and it just has, been modified. It's evolved over the years and now is, just infused with our essential oils, and Clove is definitely in there. Clove has a lot of antioxidants. So that's why we find Clove in our On Guard blend, because it's just one of those powerful oils. The thing about Clove too is that it does, support our digestive system. It supports our heart health. It supports our nervous system as well. I love the fragrance of Clove. I find that our essential oil has a little bit more sweetness, I should say, than the actual dried herb itself, spice. I mean, I'm not quite sure how to really elaborate on that, but I just know that I love it. It tastes delicious. There's some amazing antifungal and antimicrobial properties in here. I'm going to see if Rudy's going to let me put him down so I can read to you from my favorite book. And he did. Woohoo! We're all winning today. So the information that I have that I'm going to share with you is from this book, Advanced Oil Magic. This is my absolute favorite protocol book. We do have some others that give more information on the science about them, and they're a little bit more compliant. But this right here, I just absolutely love all the ideas that they give to use oils, as well as the other ways that we hadn't even thought about, what we could use them for. So Clove right here, and again, I'm reading from the Advanced Oil Magic. It's an analgesic, an anti-infectious, anti-parasitic, antiviral, and of course an antioxidant. I was reading a study about it, and I'll share more about this next week when we do our essential oil spotlight for Clove. There's a lot of studies that show how clove, the chemical constituent in that, helps to modify cells. You know, it's involved in cell differentiation. So a lot of great studies on clove. All you have to do is go to Google Scholar and type in clove essential oil, and you would just going to see the enormous amount of scientific research that for this oil. So I mentioned that it's high in eugenol. Some other uses that you can use this for, and I found this really interesting, is that you can use it for addictions. And I guess that would be the eugenol that's in there, or maybe it's the beta caryophyllene. I'm not quite sure. I'm going to have to do a little bit more research on that so I can share it with you. But I've always associated addictions with grapefruit and with cinnamon. Not so much as clove, but I really am intrigued with that. A couple more things is that it helps with Lyme disease, macular degeneration, memory loss, and termites. So it's a natural insect repellent as well. It is a hot oil, so if you're going to use it on the skin, you should definitely use fractionated coconut oil. And why would you use it on the skin? Because again, it supports the nervous system. So it's going to help with, you know, inflammation. It's going to help with pain. Some top uses in this book, which I really found interesting, is thyroid. For Hashimoto's, you can apply it diluted over your thyroid or your thyroid reflex point, or you can take 1 to 2 drops in a capsule. That really is like the best way to take clove, is to use it internally if you're looking to work on something specifically. Toothaches, anything oral health, that's usually when clove leaves this home, is when somebody has a sore throat, they're dealing with something in their mouth, they just had surgery. I'm always just sharing whatever clove I have on hand to help with that. We've used that a lot for, you know, prior to dentist visits and after dentist visits when we needed cleaning. Before we started using, you know, religiously our On Guard toothpaste, clove was like that analgesic that we used prior to for cleaning for sensitive gums. We don't have that issue much anymore. But, you know, if you have any type of irritation in your mouth, it's the best thing to use. You can gargle with that. Just a couple of drops in a little bit of water, and you can gargle if you have a sore throat. Some other things to consider using this for is liver detox. Again, applying it directly over your liver or using it in a veggie capsule. There's so much support that you can get when you use it in a veggie capsule. One of my top 3 ways, I mentioned that baking, using it in our cooking, is by far the #1 way that we use clove. Then it's all things oral, but my 3rd favorite way really is in the diffuser. It just has this really warm, spicy, it's like a hug coming out of the diffuser. I absolutely love it in there. And I love it with wild orange. I love it with ginger. I love it with cedar wood. It just provides this amazing grounding effect. It's fall. It's what your Thanksgiving table, you know, that Thanksgiving Day is going to smell like. It's going to smell like clove, right? My husband makes an awesome rub. I wouldn't quite say it's a rub. That honey glaze. I'm a vegetarian. I don't know these things. I don't do this part of our dinner. But he uses that in the glaze. He uses some of this in his glaze for the ham. Again, I use it tons for baking, and I'll share some of those recipes for you next week, and hopefully be able to demonstrate them for you. So make sure you come back. So the next thing that we have is Stronger. So this is part of our kids blend. And if you read the bottle there, it says that it's our protective blend. This has also been one of our favorite ones to use here too. This primarily we use on our pups. Anytime that if they're just feeling under the weather, Daisy had some kind of inflammation in her eyes. I didn't put this in her eyes, but I rolled it around the base of her ear, and it really helped to clear that up. So it's great whenever you're feeling under the weather. You can roll it on the bottoms of your feet, or you can roll it up and down the spine. It does protect you against environmental threats, so it's a great way to start your day. It's a great way to end your day. And because of the oils that are in here, it has a lot of emotional support. So there are 4 oils in here that they're just powerhouses. Litsi, I don't know if you remember hearing about Litsi, but it's one of those that is a major support in inflammation, your immune system. Litsi is part of our COVID Buster blend that it's an oil blend that I put together whenever, we had our little bout here at home. And I just keep anytime somebody reaches out and needs some help, I send a 5 ml bottle and Litsi is in there because it's just so powerful. Cedarwood, one of my absolute favorite wood oils. It's very grounding. It's actually what I have going on in my diffuser behind me. I have some cedarwood, bergamot, and clary sage. I can't even begin to describe this aroma. It's delicious. But cedarwood is very calming. It's very grounding, really nice on your senses. Frankincense, we know so much about frankincense, right? So you'll find that in Stronger. As far as being a protective part of this blend, frankincense does support our immune health in a healthy inflammatory response. And then we have rose in here. So I absolutely love that rose is in here. It's one of our most precious and prized essential oils. And the aroma of rose is uplifting, but it's not very strong. It's a very subtle scent. It smells, I can smell mostly the Litsi in here, but everybody's going to smell something differently, right? But it just smells so good and it's so calming. I really do love Stronger. And it's our reach whenever our pups are feeling down. But if you need like some calming, if you need some calming support during the day because maybe you're having you're frazzled and you need some extra support, Stronger is going to do that for you. Just roll it over your heart. This is in a roller ball, so it already has a fractionated coconut oil, so it's perfect for your kids. It's perfect for your pets. It's perfect for you. The other thing I want to show you about Stronger, and I'll talk more about that here in just a little bit. But back to our Advanced Oil Magic book, some of the uses in here. Let me admit someone and hide this. Let's see. Some other uses for this could be dandruff, athlete's foot, fungal infection, heartache, ingrown toenails. And that would go back to the Litsi, frankincense, and rose in here, and also cedarwood because that's great for skin. So some other things that you could use it for is for fatigue. Apply over kidneys and adrenals twice daily to improve stamina. And then there's something in here that says zombie attacks. I hope you used your Stronger on Halloween. Anything for bacteria, viruses, or funguses. You can just roll it directly on top of that affected area because it has fractionated coconut oil in there and it's going to really soothe it. So there's a lot of great ways to use this. It's like I said, it's one of our favorites. It's probably my favorite kids roller from that kit. Oops. So then we were introduced to MetaPWR back in September when it was released for convention. And then we had it available all of October as an enrollment kit, as an LRP kit. And, there's been a lot of great success on MetaPWR. These are just some of the things that this whole system targets. So if you haven't experienced yet, highly recommend. We'll start another challenge, another 30-day challenge. It's just a way to us to keep ourselves accountable and to just really, share our experiences and see what's working, what's not working, how can we improve it? What effect does this have on your life? So we'll start another one on November. I didn't write that down. I apologize. It will be, oops. So we'll start on November 14th. So you have a couple of weeks to get your MetaPWR system ordered, and then you can jump into our, our private challenge just so that we can continue supporting each other. So MetaPWR is still available as an LRP kit or as an enrollment, with an enrollment that includes a free wholesale account and free shipping. If you're on your LRP, it also includes free shipping. There's a link where you can learn more about it. And then also released this month are individual items. So if you got your kit last month, you're probably in need of more, maybe Advantage in there, some of the collagen, maybe even the Assist. So you can buy those individually. There is a limit of 10 for each. That may change because this really is a popular system. People are having amazing life-changing experiences with this product. So it may be that, you know, that 10 may be 5. I have no idea. I don't control those things. But right now, as of this moment, you can get 10 of them for each of those items. Now, this is why it pays to be a member, because if you order your Lifelong Vitality Pack, or even just the Advantage, either one of those kits, or the kit or the product, either one of those products, you can choose up to 3 additional supplements at a discounted price. Now, this is huge. My absolute favorite to grab is a Deep Blue Polyphenol, because that bottle alone cost over $60 wholesale. And it's something that is fabulous for inflammation. It also helps to, if you've had a really hard day and you're having trouble winding down to get to sleep at night, that Deep Blue, couple of those, is going to help you so much. And then you can choose anything from here. So if you are taking your Lifelong Vitality and you already bought the kit and you just need to replenish some things, you can get the Metabolic Assist and the MetaPWR Beadlets together discounted, or you can get the Advantage discounted, because maybe there's more than one person in your household using this. You're already getting Lifelong Vitality, so might as well take advantage of that too. I love how doTERRA cares for us with these add-ons. It just makes it easier for me to take care of my family. And you get points back, 10 to 30% back on your overall PV, depending on where you are in your membership journey. So if you need help setting up an LRP, or you want to discuss other options that are available for you, please reach out to me. I would love for you to tap into these perks. They're there for us. They're there for people who choose natural health care. I'm just going to plug in the kids kit here, because my kids still use those chewable supplements. And I love that I can get them for a very discounted rate as an add-on. Anyway, so just another member perk. So when you go and place one of these items into your cart, you'll have a prompt that'll pop up a menu for you so that you can choose your 3 additional products. So also released on the 1st are our holiday collection. So every year, 1st of November, doTERRA puts a whole set of goodness together, so that these are unique. They're not available to purchase at any other time throughout the year. They are limited in quantity and in inventory. So once they're gone, they're gone. I'm just going to highlight that little train up there because it has Stronger with it. I love the fun diffusers that doTERRA puts out. And if you remember last year, we had that cute little koala bear. I absolutely loved him. He was just so precious. So this year we have this train, which is really fitting for the holidays, right? You can go up on your mantle, can go up on your, your entranceway table, wherever you want it. It'll be great for a kid's room too, especially your little guys that, love the trains. But it also comes with a small bottle, a 5 ml bottle of that Stronger. So the beauty of it is that this is not diluted. It doesn't have fractionated coconut oil. So this is just the oils of linseed, cedarwood, frankincense, and rose. What an amazing aroma that comes out of your diffusers with this. I absolutely love it. I actually have, I think 2 more of these. I forgot what I had purchased, and I'm like, Stronger, and not a roller in a bottle, I got to get it. So I jump on these things because they're limited time, and all of them are usually very good. So there, you can buy it wholesale. If you're a member, put it on your LRP so that you can get your points back. If you don't have an account and you don't want to go out and get one, reach out to me so that I can help you get it at retail. All right. So the whole collection, the majority of it has been released for November 1st. Some of the things that you can find are Holiday Joy, which I'm sad because I don't have a big bottle of that. I have a very small, this is all that's left. And if you can see, there's just like a few drops in here. I love diffusing this over the holidays. It has a really beautiful, inviting aroma. It's a little sweeter than the holiday piece, but I love it. But I will tell you that this holiday piece is my favorite holiday blend. It is just, oh, amazing. I absolutely love it. Let's see what's in here. I didn't write this down, but I can totally tell you what's in here. You have Siberian fir, which is probably why I'm attracted to it. Grapefruit that I can definitely smell. I smell a little citrusy in here, but it also has Douglas fir, and it has, let's see, branch leaf, which is Himalayan fir, frankincense and vetiver. So a lot of wood oils in here and they're my favorites. So it totally explains why I'm attracted to it. But it's just so wonderful in your diffuser. You could also make a little room spray and just spray down your upholstery, your carpets. You can make a carpet refresher with this and baking soda. So many different ways to bring this scent into your home. I love it. It's my favorite holiday one. There's also some Blue Lotus in there. We were introduced to this Mother's Day last year, I think. It was a nice little kit. I don't remember. I used all mine. I don't have any to show or to share. I love this Blue Lotus. It was a very subtle floral scent, but it wasn't overpowering, because if you've been around for a while, you know that I am not a big fan of florals, but this Blue Lotus is very gentle, very subtle. Another one that I'm really excited about is this Midnight Forest. Now, we were introduced to this last year, I think, like last March of 2021. And it was with a pilot diffuser. Do you remember that? This right here, my friends, is, I really wish they would make this into a permanent product. This is, it's just so lovely. We talked about forest bathing with this. Do you remember? We love it. And my men here really love the, which is not available just yet, but they love the body wash and that moisturizer, the aftershave. That's what it was. So that's going to be available to, again, a different packaging, but that gift set will launch December 1st. And I think last year I ended up just trying to find a couple more to give away as gifts, because it just smells so wonderful. What else can you expect? The other thing, there's one more thing that I'm really, really, really excited about. Okay, so we have this cuisine collection, and this was released, this is my last collection that I have, and they're almost all gone. This collection was released, I want to say it was released last Christmas, or the year before, I don't remember, but I love them. That Italian blend, I really am down to the last of these bottles because I use these a lot in my cooking. I use that Italian for my soups. Whenever I'm making my soups, I can add it to our sauce or pasta sauces. I mean, it's just so many. This is so good. This right here with some chopped tomato, plum tomatoes or Roma tomatoes, whatever you have, some cubed mozzarella, and then with a little bit of olive oil and a couple of drops of this, man, that tastes so good on some crusty bread. I'm really excited because the Thai cuisine is released. Sarah and I are big fans of Thai, and we're always looking for a really good pad Thai recipe. The ones that we've tried, they haven't been very successful for us. So I'm hoping that this blend right here can fix that for me. I can just already imagine just marinating some tofu with that Thai and putting it on some noodles and with a little bit of peanut sauce. I mean, I'm already salivating. And so there's just so many options for you. Think about the people in your life. Think about some of the things that you would like to share with them. Any kind of personal care products would work well for men and women. That Malama that's there, it's not necessarily for women. It does have a citrusy kind of hint, but definitely look into the Midnight Forest for your guys. So launching on the 14th, we're going to have the whole Malama collection. That's really pretty packaging. So I'm holding out for that because that's what I want. I want the whole thing. And then the first is going to be that whole Midnight Forest gift set. So that's when I'm going to get those. Another thing that's releasing on the 1st, that's another one of my favorites, is this beautiful Quintana blend. So I am a really big fan of this blend. I don't wear a lot of scents. I'm just really sensitive to them. I love my essential oils because they provide me health benefits, but this is what I have left of that Quintana. And I will tell you, this is so sensual. It's so sensual and spicy, and I become my alter ego Roxanne with this on because it's just so, it's a very sensual aroma, and I really do love it. And I'm happy that it's being released again because, as you can see, I'm in need. All right, so let's see what we have left. And there's the promotion for free membership is still happening. So this is for all of you that've been on the fence for a while. You're not quite sure what it is that you want. We have some great starter kits, but you're thinking, that's not really my jam. So you can come up with your own thing. So if you're working on something very specific, please reach out to me so I can help you navigate through all of these products, because a lot of oils do almost the same thing, but they work in a different way, in a different mechanism. So I can help you find what works for you. With your free membership, you'll get free shipping along with that. And then you'll also get our welcome packet that includes a protocol book, some tools to get you started, and just, resources and other health tools. For those of you that have been around, that are already members, but you haven't been on an LRP in over 6 months, you can score free Breathe. This will just be automatically added to your order. If you need help, setting up your LRP, again, looking at, what you could possibly want, just reach out to me. Breathe is one of our #1 oils during the winter for, at least for my family. I've shared our Breathe story and how supported that has been for my son. But I tell you what, when the whole world went crazy a couple of years ago, this was in my diffuser every single day, along with On Guard and Tea Tree. Those 3 things. And then when AirX came out, forget it. AirX was in there and was added. But this is what keeps us healthy, healthy lungs, healthy airways. It just really protects us from whatever we might encounter out there. So if you haven't this is for current members who haven't placed an order in 6 months. So, you can really score this month. You can get a free Clove, you can get a free Breathe, you can get free shipping. And if you need to renew your membership, you're going to get a free peppermint. So those are all the additional things that you can get. If you saw in our newsletter, you'll see that we're doing a 30-day gratitude challenge. If you remember last year, I shared with you a gratitude journal that was just something that I like to do during the month of November. I know that it's cliche, but I don't really care. I think it's really important for us to reflect on and be very mindful of the things that happen to us, good and bad, and try to find the light in that darkness. I'm a firm believer that everything works out the way that it happens, and sometimes we just struggle to see that. I started doing this 30-day gratitude thing, reflection. I think when I first became a mom, only because it helps me to really hone in and not get caught up with all the holiday madness. That's not really why I care for the holidays. I mean, yeah, okay, doTERRA has some great products for the holiday. I love them and I'm going to buy them early. But I don't really succumb to all the stuff out there, all the fluff. It's not my thing. It's not my jam. I think it pulls people away from the true meaning of this holiday season. So this kind of helps me to get into that headspace of really being aware and humbled and grateful for all the blessings, big, small, those yet to be received. So this will just have daily tasks that you can put into practice, because numerous studies show that being more mindful of things that you are involved in, people that you interact with, and just having a more positive outlook, on a daily basis, really does improve your health. It improves your mental health along with your physical health. So we'll have daily prompts in our Facebook group, but if you're not in our Facebook group, I can text you those prompts or I can email them to you, whatever works for you. If that's something that you're interested in, just you can comment below wherever you're watching this, and you can just say text me or email me and I'll know exactly what you want, okay? I also have a PDF on this, so if you would like that as a PDF, you can just reach out to me as well. So for our month of Wellness Wednesdays, next week we're going to do our oil spotlight on Clove. So we're going to do a deeper dive. I'll share some of the research that I've already found and things that are intriguing me now that I'm still deep diving into. On the 16th, we're going to be back in the kitchen to do at least 3 of my favorite recipes. Hopefully something that is not too, I don't like complicated. It just doesn't work for me. So I'll share with you some easy recipes that I like to make around our holiday table. I have to include for our holiday table. We won't have any class on the 23rd because that is a holiday week. And the following week, at the end of the month, I'm going to start a 5-week series with you on the 5 pillars of metabolic health. So these 5 areas, when you really, take them into consideration and you're mindful of them, and you purposely include daily habits to support positive outcomes in those areas, you'll see that you'll improve your metabolic health. And in doing so, you're going to tap into a lot of, health benefits with that, because metabolism is the core of who we are, right? Everything that we do, we are a walking chemical reaction. And that just fascinates me on its own. But so we'll start that, and that'll wrap up our year with those 5 pillars. And then, so make sure that you join us. I'll have this up on our YouTube channel for sure. So if you haven't subscribed, go get over there and do that. Give us some love, and join me. Join me here in the Zoom room so that we can have a conversation on that. So this is the way that you can stay connected with us. If you're not already receiving our newsletters, make sure you sign up for that, because that's where you find out, what the promotions are, what's coming up in education. There's some more recipes, tips, and that's you can connect with me. I do a lot of, interchange on text and email for those of you that reach out with questions or need some help with your accounts or whatever it may be, or if you just need to talk. So make sure that you get connected with us there, all right? Let's see, I think that's it for me. Let me go and stop my share and check my chat. Oh, so yeah, the bathroom bar. Yes, Shell, the bathroom bar does sound, the bath bar sounds awesome. I know that you were quick to jump on that, Malama, when it came out. So I'm really excited for that. I like that it's a charcoal bar. Well, I wish it was a charcoal bar, I should say, but I hope it's not overwhelming with aroma. I can't do that. But I'm excited to try it. And Angela, yes, she loves using essential oils instead of perfume. I totally agree. It's more subtle. I tend to, whenever I walk near someone or walk into a room and somebody has just passed and they're wearing God knows how much perfume, you know, it's like they dump a whole container on their head. I literally just start feeling itching and a little bit of burning in my throat. I just cannot handle it. It just becomes too much. But that's why I'm really surprised with this Quintana that I actually liked it and that I can wear it. Not very often. I wear it on special occasions. I really do. And I see your response there, Shell, and I will definitely send you the 2 for this challenge for yesterday and today. They're really easy, and it's just really a way to get more mindful. Let me close this, to just become a little bit more mindful and really reflective of the season that we're in. So I hope that you enjoy those. All right. Do you guys have any other questions? Anything? Oh, the ebook for the promotions will be out later this afternoon. I'm tweaking a couple of things on there that I just didn't, I can't help it. It's my type A. It's got to look exactly perfect. But most of the time it's not, right? But anyway, it just makes me feel good. But anyway, that should be up and about under this video. And on our YouTube channel, you'll find the link for that so that you can download it. Just some more recipes and ideas on using at least the product of the month and the Stronger. So definitely add that Stronger to your order. It's a really great oil to keep on hand. Like I said, it's not very overpowering with the scent. I smell the Litzy in there over anything else. You could probably smell something different. We're all, you know, everybody's different. We all gather what we need. And that is it for me. All right, ladies, thank you so much for joining today. And I will see you guys on the flip side. Peace.